What's up, everybody? It's LG here. Let's get Phil up here as well. And you know what? Before we even say anything, we got Dave up here as well. Before we even say anything, let's just all together listen to our buddy, our buddy. God, it's early for me. Patrick Mahomes. Tell us a little bit about NFL all day. And he's not here. I'm just playing the ad. Okay.
What if you could own a moment?
Yes. Whoa.
Sunday, January 16th, the playoffs. 5 touchdowns, 5 straight possessions. I knew exactly where they were going to be. 30 or 39. We couldn't miss. Yep, that was a pretty nice Sunday. That's a moment I'd like to own forever. Now, you can too.
Can you guys not hear that? Can you guys not hear the music? Phil, are you there?
Whoa. LG in the house for the 6:30 a.m. spaces. Yes, I heard it.
Oh, okay. Connor told me you couldn't hear it.
I could hear something. I mean, there was music playing.
Okay.
I could hear a bit of talking.
That's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that. I just wanted to rewatch Patrick Mahomes.
But forget playing that. We got Dave up here, and we also have AJ in the chat. It's time for them to hit up Patty Mahomes. I know they hate when they say Patty. I think it was like his mom had a huge problem when he called him Pat or Patty. She's like, it's Patrick. I remember that. Somebody called him Pat, and she hated that and came out and said, no, it's Patrick. But I mean, come on, make a phone call. Let's get him in here right now. Let's get the party started. Big news. Anytime LG's on spaces before 7 a.m. And we've had a lot of complaints this morning. People saying, wow, really that early?
Who's complaining?
Really that early. I mean,
who's complaining?
I'm getting DMs, man. What are you guys doing coming on at 6:30 a.m.?
No way, man. Like listen, all day is starting early. It started actually last night in the Discord with AJ going totally berserk, handing out packs, making us write poems. Making us do like a little I don't know what you call it. What do we call those little emoji things?
I don't. What's
canvas?
The name she used?
Some kind of canvas or something?
No, it wasn't a canvas. It was like a
tapestry. A tapestry of emojis.
I'd never heard that word in my life, and when she put the challenge out, and for people who don't know what we're talking about, we had a bit of a flashback last night to the Top Shot days of when there would be a stress test at like 2 or 3 in the morning Eastern time, and you actually had to hang out in there because of the rumor. And then Jacob would have to come in and tell him, no, there's nothing, go to sleep. Or he would say, yeah, it's happening in 5 minutes, let's go, or whatever. Or he'd tell you to go to sleep and it would still happen. But we had a bit of a flashback of that last night when AJ said, I'm staying up all night or something like that on Twitter. See you in the Discord. And then everybody went in there and said, oh my God, free packs. Everyone's going to get packs. And she handed out packs like she was Santa Claus last night, but they weren't free. You actually had to win the contest or actually put a decent submission in to win. So I'm happy to see AJ in here today because I was going to say, if she had us doing this, I was up so late last night and I had to be at work super early this morning. If she had us up late like that and she's not even here this morning, then I would have been like, man, that's not cool, AJ. Come on. I thought that was the whole plan, is to screw us over for this morning so we missed the big news. But yeah, that came out early this morning. That was like 5 a.m. Pacific time that the news came of the Patrick Mahomes claimable free NFT and the open beta, baby.
The open beta. I don't even know at that, like they didn't even call it open beta. I think they kind of half did, but then they just said we're going public. I think at one point I saw something like that. Our first public pack drop is Friday. Sorry, so it's officially public. I just went to the site and I'm given a screen that says "Get Started." You can get your touchdown reward free 2022 NFL season NFT, but also that I have completed 2 plays. Choose your favorite team, and I get 20 yards, and sign up for account 80 yards. So we have some kind of scoring system in all day, which I haven't seen anybody mention. We all know about scoring system and collector scores and all that kind of stuff. So exciting to see that we got that. I'm sure there's so much more to talk about. There's a lot to unpack today, but let's get Dave up here. Dave, how are you feeling, man? Did you get any sleep at all last night?
Gentlemen, what an honor. Big, big, big day. So happy to be here. So excited to chat with you all. Yeah, no sleep to answer the question, but guys, we're here.
Yes.
We've been holding this back for so long, and honestly, just so excited, so proud of the team. Huge day for the community, and just so much more to come.
Beauty, man. Well, we're all very excited for you guys. I think we kind of had an inkling that this would happen or something would happen as the season got closer, right? Because I think we're just 2 or 3 weeks away now. But Dave, I mean, obviously this has been in works for a really long time. There's a lot to talk about. I want to start by talking about the ad. You guys brought Mahomes back to put him in the ad. This is a incredibly like well polished, beautiful ad. The last one was him like having like the moment in the locker room in real life, but this is next level. I want to know, like, tell us about the production of the ad. Where are we going to be seeing this ad anywhere else besides Twitter? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you. So yeah, you'll be seeing the ad on NFL Network.
Nice.
You'll be seeing the ad across social, some connected TV, and then we'll kind of see. Like I don't want to make any promises, and like TV real estate from a marketing standpoint is the most expensive that you can buy. So I think we want to kind of see how impactful it is, and then we'll decide how much further we want to take it. As far as the ad itself, it was awesome. It came together really quick. We knew we wanted to partner with Mahomes. He's our guy. What better star to align with? He like showed such a genuine interest in the product, bought moments on our platform. He understands NFL all day. And look, he's for my opinion, the best quarterback in the league. And then as far as the spot itself, like we really wanted to, like knowing where we are in the NFT space, we really wanted the people just like feel from a fandom standpoint, from fandom point of view, like, hey, like what is this? Like what is a digital collectible? What is a moment? And we're in a weird like moment in time as far as where NFTs are, as far as like perception of NFTs. And we kind of wanted to look, we're not running away from that. We're proud of being an NFT. But we really wanted people to just feel the fandom aspects of digital collectibles. Be like, wow, like here's the game's biggest star showing you in a meaningful way, in a visceral way, of like what his favorite moment is from his last from last season, of him talking you through and like kind of just showing the morphing of like how a moment gets made and like bringing it into real life. And like we just thought that that'd be a really impactful way to kind of get our value prop and like what our messaging as a product is across, so that people can kind of understand and feel as a fan what it's like to own a moment and own some amazing NFL all day digital collectibles.
Absolutely, and that's great. I love the leaning into the NFT because obviously we've seen a lot of different sentiment about NFTs through this big run of the last 2 years. But I love leaning into it, not being ashamed that this is an NFT product, and we're all NFT collectors, and we're very happy to be here. I do love, I feel like even just watching that ad. I don't know how you felt, Phil, but it's like I feel like this is kind of what we've been waiting for with a lot of the sports NFTs. Is like I want the player to tell me about that game. You know what I mean? Or about that play. Like that's what I love, where he's like, yeah, that's right. Like I scored 5 touchdowns on those loser Steelers. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't say it like that, but it's like I love that's kind of what I feel like I've been waiting for is like, yes, like I want to know like how that guy felt about it. And for him to say that, like that pumps me up, like that level of involvement of the player kind of just talking it through. You know what I mean? Like, and I doubt it's gonna be hard to get every single player in the league to do that, but that's the kind of commitment I want to see from the players, from the NFL, like that kind of emotional investment, let's say.
Well, I would imagine, LG, that it's a pretty big attract. I mean, it's attractive for a player to be able to kind of curate their own moment in that sense, that attaching your own comments or your own play-by-play, as long as it doesn't sound too scripted. I mean, we've seen it done before. For me, some of it sounded scripted at times with other platforms. It didn't seem too genuine the way it came off, but this was a little bit different, and NFL players always have something to say. And now that they get flagged for everything they do, especially right after plays and stuff, imagine hitting up the all day crew saying, listen, when you guys release that moment, I want you to put this clip in there of me saying this, talking my talk, where I won't get fined by the league, even though they might still. But, I imagine that'd be something pretty cool because, so the fan bases in the NFL are like no other, really. And yeah, I mean, I said this on Spaces the other day. I'm a huge Buffalo Bills fan, but I'm also such a fan of the league, and I'm such a fan of players. I should hate Patrick Mahomes for what he did to the Bills last year in the playoffs. But I don't, right? I enjoy good players in the league, unlike other leagues, like hockey or baseball. I hate everybody else in the league pretty much, but it's not like that with the NFL, right? So I think there's a lot of appeal there, like you said, being able to put a bit of commentary attached to a moment, right? I think it's really cool, man, because I always wonder the same thing you just said. I always wonder how they feel about something, how they were feeling. I want to know how Josh Allen was feeling, even if it's in a negative way at the end of that game, when he's had a bit of time to think about it. So, yeah, love that. Love that.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe something like that. Dave, tell us, is there two questions. One, is there anything else we can expect from the Mahomes partnership sometime soon? Maybe you'd be a little bit tight-lipped about that. Answer that question, and then I want to ask you a little bit more about open beta.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, like a key part with the Mahomes partnership is we want to really make sure that new collectors felt immediately what it's like to own an NFT, own an NFL all day digital collectible. So we wanted to make sure that everyone had what we're calling a season, our season NFT, or seasonal digital collectible, where it's kind of like almost like think of it as like a like the kind of like the cover of Madden. Like this is like our like launch into season 2 of NFL all day, and so thought this would be a really good way for especially new collectors to kind of like understand, get welcomed by our the game's biggest star, and I think right now it's not transferable, but we see that changing down the line, and potentially also having different iterations of the moment depending on when you join NFL all day. So that's just something that we're tinkering with. And look, like Patrick Mahomes has like been such an amazing partner. We have tons of like utility is a key part of like how we're viewing this project as a whole, and knowing that we're aligned with the game's biggest star. There's a lot that we have in store as far as getting back to the community in a meaningful way from a Mahomes standpoint.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm just watching the free NFT now. I didn't realize that he like spoke on it and was like, "Welcome to NFL all day." Like that's even cooler, man. That's also like that's another good like piece of like clout or kind of a flex later that it's like, not only is this kind of like the open beta, like not Genesis NFT, but like you were there at the start of like the public phase. But it's also him saying it, So that's really
For
cool.
sure.
Yeah, that's really cool to film a segment to put him in to the NFT, right?
100%.
I love that. Yeah, very cool.
Speaking of LG, speaking of, I
Yeah.
just want to ask Dave because there's a lot of questions in the Discord and people are kind of confused. Dave, I just want to confirm the Mahomes claimable NFT is not like other NFTs, right? It's a special new kind of NFT, as in there's no serial number or anything. Is that correct?
So I'll get you better answers, and we'll make sure to clean it up from a community standpoint. But it is an NFT that should, at least from the smart contract standpoint, be serialized. And so it is an NFT in that respect, to my knowledge. There's been a lot of technicalities, so apologies if I mix anything up. I'll make sure that AJ and team clean up anything that I might misrepresent here. But it is an NFT. It's not tradable. It's not sellable on the marketplace yet. I think that there's a very real chance that changes one day. I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question, Phil.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just something we haven't seen before. And I know some people were looking right away, as they always do, for what serial number they got. They were looking to possibly sell it on the marketplace. And,
Sure.
I know there is a lot of wording in some of the stuff I saw this morning saying, hey, this is a new kind of seasonal NFT. And for those who haven't even checked their collections, it used to say, I forgot, I don't have it up in front of me, but it said something like, team NFT, player NFT, and then there's now a season NFT, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for it, that's where it is, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And like the key point here is like we want to make sure our closed beta community receives it just as much as new collectors do, but we also wanted to kind of like have a different emotional connection to this NFT, where it's like more sort of a commemorative NFT versus a typical moment that you might have. So this is, I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can like understand the nuance and distinction there. I think hopefully I'm explaining it well. But we definitely wanted this to be for so that new collectors could like understand and appreciate. Like, okay, cool. I signed up for this amazing looking product. Oh, and like I just went through the first time user experience to get my first NFT. Like, awesome! Wow, Patrick Mahomes is welcoming to this product. Like, this feels like a really welcoming and football first environment.
Dave, can you tell us a little bit more about what else, or like what the open beta means? I know that it's people can just sign up. There's no wait list now, what on a larger scale, what does that mean for you and the team and the product? Because that is a massive leap. I remember the same day happening for NBA Top Shot, which was October 1st, 2020, so almost 2 years ago, and that was kind of like the real start. Like that was the start of the real buzz, kind of getting going. And that was actually the start of the bubble playoffs. That was the first day of the bubble playoffs, or no, the bubble finals. Sorry. So tell us about open beta and what that means for you guys.
Yeah, like I think for us that means like we're open and we're ready. Like we're ready for like we're so appreciative. I'm so appreciative and thankful for everyone who came through early days of the NFL all day closed beta. Look, I know things broke. I know there were some mishaps, and there will be some down the line as well. Like that's inevitable when you're building a product like we are. But we just wanted to make sure that we built a foundation, whether it's from a marketplace or some other features, brand new marketplace that we just released, brand new homepage that we just released, and whether that's also some new items that'll be coming up right around the start of the season that I think the community will get really excited about. And so I think that means like we're ready. Like we're the season's here, the NFL season's here. This is the perfect time to be welcoming a new swarm of fans, real fans, NFL fans into the NFL All Day product. And I think we're going to have a lot to offer them to really enhance their football watching experience. That like just is, you might have your fantasy lineup, you might have your betting slips while you're watching Thursday Night Football or Monday Night Football or whatever. Like we want those new collectors and all collectors to be like, wow, like I need to be on NFL all day because this is really up leveling my fan experience and really connecting with fans in a meaningful way.
Ooh, man, a couple little hints there, maybe of stuff to come. Phil, what did you think of that? Maybe a couple little nuggets of stuff we can unpack.
I heard the words fantasy, betting slip. I heard all sorts of stuff in there, man. I'm not sure what it means, but you know how it is. Dave, you know better than anyone. You say what you've come on our spaces before and dropped some bombs. So we're actually expecting the same from you at some point today to kind of elaborate on some of that and maybe give us a few more nuggets.
I'll clarify just in case people want to go, jump conclusions. I'm just saying the same way people have an emotional attachment to fantasy, to betting, I think they're going to have a similar emotional attachment to how they interact in play with our product. And
what makes you say that?
Because I think that we are going like we're purposely building things and purposely building challenges that will make you feel like that. And so I think that's how we want to connect with the game. We want to connect with real NFL fans. We want to connect with people who understand the game and who appreciate, like the NFL is such a powerful brand. Me coming from working for the NFL for so many years, like there's nothing like it. And we think that we're going to have a real welcoming environment for fans. And yeah, with the season just around the corner, what better way to get started than now?
There we go. Dave, I just want to like pause on the all day questions for a second and just say something that I really appreciate about you and the way that you speak is that you have the perfect blend of like making sure that you hit like the like the company like product notes, right? And like and like making it like polished and clean, but then also like speaking like a human being. And like talking to us like we're just having a conversation, like you know what I mean. Like sometimes you can bring people up, and they're like, it's like especially they work there, that they're just gonna be like, okay, like I have to just say the script, and if I say anything off, like I'm done, or all they can do is just not like they don't do that at all. It's just like it's like wide open, like too casual sometimes. Where you're like right down the middle, just the perfect blend of like keeping it polished, but also tell us what we want to hear at the same time. So I appreciate that.
Wow.
Appreciate that about you. Always welcome on our spaces.
Nicest thing anyone's ever said to me in my life. Thank you.
This is the compliment show, man. This is what we can turn this into. Yeah, there's plenty more. Okay, let's get to the juicy stuff, man. What is the challenge today, and or can you tell us what the challenge is today?
Now,
tell us right now.
See, that's it. I give him the compliment, and then I'm like, now you have to tell us what the secret is.
I've fallen for tricks like this before. Challenge announcement. Really excited. We wanted to give our new collectors and obviously our current collectors something fun to do immediately, right? It's a big day for us, so why not have a challenge? So yeah, more details to come later today, but I think you guys will enjoy it.
Dave, you guys actually have, and I'm in the Discords all the time, as many Discords as I can. The First Mint Discord's got a ton of people talking NFL all the time. Some of the comments that I saw, and this came actually from the All Day Discord last night, is people were they knew news was coming. So they assumed challenge. They said challenge. They said maybe pack drop on Friday because that's been the trend on Fridays. I had people saying they need to take 2 days off of work just to prepare for this. And I mean, you must be doing something right when people are booking vacation days just to prepare for potential pack drops and challenges like today, right? I mean, that's pretty incredible. We
Vacation
haven't felt
days.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if I need to
Vacation
start signing
days.
I don't know if I need you to start signing like permission slips or anything right now, but
Somebody
uh,
asked for that
uh,
last night. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, look,
I think
it's
AJ
really
was the one
exciting.
asking one of you guys to write one up for the crew that was staying up so late, and because some people were like, "I've got work in 3 or 4 hours. I'm gonna need a letter from you guys." And AJ's like, "Yeah, I don't know if it was Dave or someone else, but draw one up for these guys and let's send them to work with their permission slips to miss half
Yeah,
the day."
I mean, look, I think like we saw, I think a lot of us have been around this space for some time. There's a lot of energy that was, that Top Shot, was able to galvanize around a lot of pack drops, and I'm hoping that we can mimic some of that here and maybe take it to another level. And that's why we want to make sure that tomorrow we're starting with a bang. We have an amazing pack drop tomorrow. Tom Brady's first ever and only legendary moment is coming to the product, guys. That's a
Wow.
huge deal. This is like that.
Only
So
legendary
Wow.
moment?
that's his. I mean, that's the only one that's going to be on the marketplace whenever it gets released.
Oh,
And
good save.
so
Yeah.
like, what better way to start this off to give our current collectors and our new collectors, give them that rush of like, wow, I got to be a part of this, than to be in a pack drop where Tom Brady's legendary moments in it, Derrick Henry's legendary moments in it, Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, the first two picks in last year's draft, their first touchdown passes are in it. Amazing runs from Javonte Williams and Jonathan Taylor, two of the most ascending star running backs in the league. Jalen Ramsey, who's already being started collecting on our platform. He has an amazing moment coming out tomorrow. So yeah, huge pack drop tomorrow. We're really excited. Tom Brady's first legendary moment on the platform coming out tomorrow. So 2 p.m. Eastern. You better be there.
Dave, every time you say you just reeled off a list of great players, but the only one that generated like an emoji party chaos in the chat, if you look, is when you say Tom Brady legendary, the chat explodes with emojis. Then you started reeling off other names, and as great as they are, there wasn't much reaction. So please continue to say Tom Brady legendary many times throughout this space. You'll see the reaction you get every single time.
I mean, it's a big deal. It's the GOAT. Tom Brady's legendary moment coming to NFL Day tomorrow. Pack drop, 2 p.m. East. I mean, what more do you want? This is a massive deal, guys. Let's get excited.
He really is a legend, and his antics here during this training camp portion have been actually epic to watch. He's needed time away from the team. He knows what's up, right? Aaron Rodgers was actually just saying it. What's the point of these games? We only get dressed for one series or whatever. And then Tom Brady says, "All right, well, I'm going to peace out for the preseason, and I'll see you guys when the season starts." And that got Antonio Brown's attention. He's saying, like, "What's this guy doing, man?" So yeah, that's some legendary stuff right there, and I appreciate you getting our listeners excited this morning.
For sure.
Well, hold on. Listen, like it's nice to get excited, but if you look at the details for tomorrow, there's only 22,000 packs. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think when we did the drop last week, Phil, you and I were like all over with our predictions, but I think tomorrow it's going to be a lot more people in the queue than that.
Oh my God! Come on. No, I'm not. I don't know what to say. I'm already feeling it right now. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to take the afternoon off this time because.
No,
yeah,
but like, listen, I
feel...
think I'm glad you brought that up, Luke. Just because like we put a lot of thought into how many packs we wanted to release tomorrow, right? Like it's open beta. Do we want to make sure everyone who's new gets a pack? Do we want to make it? But no, like we're taking scarcity super seriously. There's a lot of value in people not being able to get a pack. They join a queue, they don't get it. It's like, wow, like there's something special going on here. Like when you're walking by a cool sneaker shop or you're walking by a Supreme or whatever other, culturally relevant products are out there, there's a line out the door. Something good is inside. And I think, we want to build that hype and build, and stay true to scarcity to make sure that everyone who gets a pack is having the best experience possible. And everyone who doesn't get a pack realize that, like, wow, like something really special is happening here. I gotta hit the marketplace. I gotta make sure I'm in the next queue. And that's definitely like the emotional connection we want to start circulating through the rest of our community.
I agree with that actually. As much as it's Phil is pretty disappointed already that he's not going to get a pack. Even though, listen, Phil, you're going to join that queue, and I'm telling you, something good might happen to you. Hold on, you always got to try. You always have to try.
No matter what, you try and you stay there till the end. Yeah, no matter what.
But Dave has a good point, and you know what? Like one of the arguably the part that we always reminisce about Top Shot, even though it was pure chaos, is those days where there was like 200,000 people in the queue. You know what I mean? Like, and we used to literally put up Twitter posts of like, show us your terrible spot in the queue. And we would like give a moment away to the highest number. Right. Like and I, as much as like that was terrible at the same time, because people weren't getting packs and people just desperately wanted packs. The scarcity part is important. And it is fun to line up and try and get it. And then maybe you get it, or maybe your friend gets it, or somebody on the spaces gets it, but not everybody does. That keeps it extra special, right? And out of that, it's like a 2-tier system where it's like some people are going to get a good spot in the line and they're going to get a pack, and then a few people are going to get the moment that is the really special one tomorrow, right? So it's that's exciting, Dave. That's a great way to go into the weekend.
I agree, LG, because back in the Top Shot days, I remember when it was at not just its peak, but even the month or two after that, when I was bringing in new people and they weren't able to get packs and drops, but they knew the excitement I was getting every time of pack drops and moments and all that. And then when they first joined and they were like, 140,000th in line for 30,000 packs, they were like, okay, when the hell is the next one? Right? They're like, man, I can't believe I missed. And it created some like crazy FOMO, right? So I do like that aspect. But if you're a true believer in that, LG, are you going to sit out tomorrow's drop to allow some of your new friends to maybe have better odds?
No. There's none of that. No.
Just like the First Mint tweeted about those free packs last night, right?
Hold on, wait. The First Mint did not tweet about those. AJ tweeted about them, and the First Mint retweeted it. Okay, yeah. I don't know who was behind the account at like 11 o'clock Pacific. Okay, I don't know who that could have been, but it got retweeted by the First Mint. So, okay, Dave. Bring this back to Dave. Dave, there's some other great stuff going down. Speaking of really cool, exciting stuff, partnership with players or ex-players. Tell us a little about. We saw the training camp with Ocho Cinco. Tell us a little bit about that as well. I think obviously getting this morning getting a little overshadowed with the Mahomes and the drop and the open beta, but that's really cool. You have one of the most popular ex-players of the last like 20 years walking people through how this works, and very much geared to super beginners. You know what I mean? People that do not have NFTs, that maybe have never even heard of NFTs, very geared to them, which I think makes all the people that are on the platform right now very excited.
Yeah, no, for sure. Look, education is a huge strategy of ours to just help kind of cross into culture and cross into barriers of just some friction that might be there. And what better way to educate new collectors of what our product's all about and what this means, what's a moment, how does the marketplace work, what's a pack drop, all these like nuanced things, these things that we all take for granted because we've been here for a while, we understand, we get it. Not everyone gets it immediately. There might be some they might be a little scared, they might not understand, they might need a little hand holding, and that's a great thing. And what better personality to help guide them through that than Ocho Cinco. I mean, he was such a dynamic persona. He was someone we talked with early that really understood our product, that really loved what we were doing, and we just think he's a perfect face of education. That like any real football fan knows him, and his dynamic, hilarious personality. But also he has a lot of great things that he can teach you with. So that was a key strategy of ours. Really want to just lean into for new collectors. Like, hey, like this is there's a lot you can learn here. This isn't super intimidating, and Chad Johnson's here to kind of help you guide you through that.
I like that.
I love that guy, man. Yeah. I really do. That was one of the guys where, even though I was a huge Bills fan, like Ocho Cinco for me, just his antics, they were really innocent at the end of the day. It wasn't like criminal stuff. His antics were hilarious. I'll never forget the day he lined up for Black Friday at like a Walmart. He lined up with the people 2 days before and camped out with them. And when the doors opened, he ran. There's videos of this from security cameras. He runs in with all the people on Black Friday when the Walmart opens their doors. And he doesn't go for the TVs like everyone else. Like, you've got everyone knocking over all the stands and everything. He goes right for those Snuggies. Is that what they were called? Do you remember those full bodysuit things? What were they called? Those, it's like a huge sleeping bag you wear on your body. Do you remember
Snuggie? Is it not Snuggie?
Snuggie, something like that.
Not Snuggie. Snuggie.
So he ran for those, which I guess were like 2 for $1 or something. He was the only one in that section. and he threw one on in the store and took a picture. If you look it up on Google, but what a great personality. There's nobody that doesn't remember Ocho Cinco, and I'm willing to bet most people don't even know his real name. But yeah, I thought that was fantastic. What a perfect way. And then you had everyone in the chat or everyone in the comments saying, "Where do I get that hoodie?" Because he was wearing an NFL All Day hoodie, right? And that always gets people's attention. So pretty exciting stuff. Great pick.
Dave, can we get Phil an All Day Snuggie?
An all-day Snuggie? Yeah, we'll have to go deep into inventory to see if we have one of those lying around.
Can that listen? I'm sure you have a lot of marketing plans for this season, but I think you should, to the top of your priority list, you got to move All Day Snuggies exclusively for starting with Phil. Or how about a Phil D curated Snuggie drop on All Day?
Yeah, we'll add it to the list for sure.
Yeah.
I'll even wear it the next time NFL All Day has a coffee shop in New York City. I will gladly represent and stay there the entire week in my read all the.
Oh man, I love that. Actually, Dave, speaking of promo stuff, obviously you guys are lining up for some big stuff. It's an open beta now, so welcome for new people. We have a beautiful new ad with Mahomes that's going to be rolling out on NFL Network. Anything else you can share about some stuff? Any other marketing efforts that might be coming up for All Day? Any hints of stuff we might see between now and the start of the season or through the season?
Yeah, for sure. I think just as this week's a big week for NFL All Day, I think next week will be a big week for NFL All Day. So I would definitely stay tuned and see what else is coming out.
Wow, the subtle hint. We'll take it. Let's talk, Dave. Hold on, Dave. Is there anything else you can tell us about open beta? Is there anything else we haven't covered today? I feel like there's a lot going through your mind, a lot that the team is working on. I do want to chat Discord activations. I also do have something to ask you, Dave, that is specific to you. But before we get into some of the fun stuff, Dave, anything else on the product side, marketing side, team side? Anything else you can share with us about this?
No, I think we covered all the major notes. Huge pack drop tomorrow featuring Tom Brady's first ever legendary moment to hit the platform. Super exciting. And so, yeah, no, really excited. I think we really believe in where we're going. We were really excited about how excited the community's gotten over this. And obviously just ask, if there's some new collectors you're seeing in Discord or on Twitter, go help them out. This can be a bit intimidating for some new people. But I think our communities are ace in the hole. One of the most special things that we have going for us. And so to help, broaden that and help some new collectors come through some of the, could be intimidating aspects of going into this space would be greatly appreciated.
Beauty. Okay. The question that is specific for you, Dave, I heard that you have an amazing Dan Campbell impression.
Oh.
Can you share that with us right now?
Oh God, I'm scared to hear this, man.
That's definitely not true. I don't know wherever you're getting this information. You're getting bad information. I am a Dan Campbell fan. I'm a Lions fan. So, take from that whatever you like from Detroit. But no, I don't have a good Dan Campbell impression. There's only one Dan Campbell, and we'll let him be special on his own.
Just start screaming, Dave, and it'll be pretty cool.
Exactly.
Man, he's got to be the most jacked head coach in history of head coach.
I love it.
And it reminds me of Ed Hockley, the referee, who was always, man, every season with Ed Hockley, the guy's arms would get bigger. So when he would call penalties, you'd be like, look at this guy, man. You see the
terrifying
biceps.
Yeah.
And now his son is a referee in the league too. So yeah, Dan Campbell, we've seen him on Hard Knocks, right? So it's been that was my first kind of insight in seeing how he operates, and it's pretty wild.
For sure.
Dave, you'll have to start practicing at least for the next spaces that we have you on. Okay, we listen.
For sure.
Even if you don't think you have one, you need no time like now to start working on one. Okay, so we'll expect it. Dave's like, come on, yeah. Of all the things you have to do that's important, please make that the most important. That and the Phil Snuggie is mainly what we need.
For sure.
Yeah,
a lot of homework assignments here.
Yeah. Okay, Dave. Last night, apparently you went to bed, but I don't know if that's true. Did you play in the haiku competition in Discord?
Yeah, I did not. I was in Discord for a little bit, wanted to say hello. I was up till way too late. I have 2 young kids, so that also doesn't help from a morning perspective. But I did not participate in the haikus. I'll let AJ and Otis and Zach and the great community team do what they're doing with the haiku thing. I'm not the most creative haiku writer, but if that's what the people want, then we got to give them what they want. And so if you're looking for a creative outlet to kind of express yourself, head over to the NFL All Day Community Discord channel, and let's see what you got. Put some pen to paper and let your mind wander.
My favorite part of that last night was not the actual brilliant submissions, because there were some really good ones. It was the awful ones. Like, some people, I don't know, when you're trying to win something and you're up at 2 or 3 in the morning, I just don't understand what goes through people's minds to write some of the stuff they write. I was reading some of those, and they had nothing to do with anything. People I guess they didn't understand the concept, or they just can't think of something that has to do with NFL All Day or football or anything. There was completely unrelated stuff and some horrendous entries, and those made me laugh more than anything. So that was a lot of fun. So the type of fun we haven't had in a long time in Discord. So that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I did appreciate that. And here she is, the overlord of the Discord, AJ. There
What
she is.
up?
How are you? How many Red Bulls so far today?
I have had 2 Celsiuses, and I'm literally about to crack open my first Red Bull. So we're just getting started today.
Wow.
Wow.
You only open beta once, so gotta go all out.
That's true.
It's true. What is the next competition in the Discord? What's coming next?
I don't know. Honestly, haikus are really a Discord favorite. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to bring haikus back, see if people can up their game. But we're doing contests. We have a thing called All Day After Dark. You pop in our Discord at night, and we're always doing crazy stuff, giving away packs, giving away Dapper Balance, writing haikus, making tapestries. It's wild in there.
All Day After Dark. I like that. I'm gonna read. Phil had some favorites from last night that I'm gonna read to you guys, because it was absolutely berserk for the haiku competition. And then for everybody else listening, we're gonna do a little bit of AMA. I think we had a bit of time for these to ask a few questions. So if you guys have any questions for the squad here from the All Day team, feel free to I guess raise your hand or request to speak or whatever it is, because I think they want to hear from you and get some of your questions on open beta and everything else that's coming down the pipe. In the meantime, we're going to look at a few of the best haikus. This is what Phil screenshotted to me, saying we gotta save these because they're so hilarious. Okay, from Jiggy with it. Runs like a cheetah. He could shoot with his eyes closed. Scores, then makes a heart.
I have no idea what's going on in that.
And the next one from K-Fet. Tempestuous locks, a pro, frisky football plays, despite the nachos. You guys, I was trying to write a haiku on the spot, and I was like, I have no idea what to write. Like, it turns out that writing something poetic on the spot is impossible for me. So I was not able to get anything.
Also, a lot of people really struggled with the syllables rule.
Yeah, they didn't get that.
I did not think that was going to be so tricky for people, but here we are.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, AJ, thank you for those wonderful games in the Discord last night. And again, All Day After Dark it's called, is the occasional session that you're hosting in there.
Yes, Otis is actually the captain of All Day After Dark.
There we go.
Yeah, Otis is in charge. But yeah, really just anytime you pop in the Discord later in the evening, that's when All Day After Dark starts. So come on over.
There you go. Already seeing in the Discord people asking what a syllable is. So
yeah. And it also amazes me that people don't understand what it means that the contest is now closed, because for the next half hour after the contest closed, people continue to submit all sorts of stuff. And I think it went on all night. If you go in the Discord and look, you could look at as late as, I think, 3 hours ago, people were still submitting, thinking the contest is open.
Honestly, once we do a haiku contest, people really just speak back and forth in haikus the rest of the night. So that's just sort of par for the course.
There you go. There's already some haikus coming through in the Discord again. People are starting to write them again. So there you go. Okay, we got a few questions. Blake, are you there? We're trying to get Blake up for a while. Blake and some other homies from the First Mint Discord have started their own all-day show called All Day All Night, which runs, I think, Wednesday nights or Thursday nights.
And Thursday nights, 9:30 to 11:30.
There you go. Sharing some alpha amongst themselves, or at least some strategy tips. Blake, how you feeling about the announcement today?
I am stoked, man. I know me, Smurf, 90s, and X have just been all morning just like, we're so glad we made some decisions when we did, because this is about to take off. I really think it's about to just moon. And did you guys see the OTM thing going off this morning? The Herbert and the Mahomes that we talked about, LG. I didn't pull the trigger either, but they're going crazy right now.
Nice. I did not see that yet, but that's good. Well, there you go. Good to know. Blake, did you have any questions for Dave or AJ?
Yeah, we do have one, and I don't know if you guys will answer it or not, but we're wondering, is this the last pack drop for S1, or are we close to closing out the set?
Ooh, spicy.
Great question.
I will say this is not the last pack drop for S1, but we're getting close.
Let's go. Thank you. That's more than I was expecting. Awesome.
So basically, take every Friday off until the season starts, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm jacked on cold brew. I don't even want to be at work right now. It's awful. I'm like, gosh, I don't want to be here.
Oh, we're getting the cold brew going tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the perfect day for the return of the club cold brew. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. If there's a Brady legendary on the line, we're gonna need as much cold brew as we can get. Go over to Hortons right now. Like you're gonna need to start way in advance for this one.
No, we need a video like the one last year. I'm going back to Hortons tomorrow, right before the drop. I'm going to film the entire thing. I'm going to ask the staff if they know about the pack drop and how important it is, and we'll see if a year later, the same Hortons will know about NFL All Day Pack. We'll get an update on that. It's been too long. I can't wait.
Oh man, I love that. Blake, anything else? Anything else you want to ask these guys?
I mean, there's not really much else we could ask. You guys are over delivering. You're listening to us. You're making the challenge rewards and packs for actual collectors. I mean, just keep it up, guys. We're loving this, and I've never seen this much hype. It's feeling like the old Top Shot days, and I just want to see you guys sustain it. So just keep it going.
Oh man, that's so nice. Thank you so much. We're so excited. So much more to come, but really appreciate this. Really nice words.
Big Nasty, Papa.
Hey,
a staple of our NFL all day spaces. What's going on, man?
Man, nothing much. Just working, just listening to this. Hey, AJ, how Dave, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Hey, so I had one question because I'm a big NFL fan, big Madden fan, and if you're a Madden player, you know that the release of Madden 23 officially comes out tomorrow. So is there any partnerships? Are there any deals or anything? Is that just coincidental, or are we going to be seeing something with maybe Madden and NFL all day soon? Is that something we can look forward to?
Great question. I mean, I was a huge Madden fan growing up, so obviously Madden near and dear to my heart. I don't think we'll see anything coming up anytime too soon, but definitely something that we've been thinking about, and maybe that's something we can bring up down the line. But no, I know the stars might align for this, and that would be an amazing announcement to reveal or talk about. But at least for right now, we don't have direct plans to be partnering with them.
Okay, thank you.
I do have and what's up, Big Nasty? I always love. We've had Big Nasty coming on our spaces since the beginning of NFL, and he's been great. I do have a question for AJ or Dave, a viewer question. There's a lot of people at work right now, so they can't turn on their microphones and come up and speak, or they're listening on their laptops and PCs where you can't actually speak from that platform. I do it all the time. But we've got a question here in the chat asking, will we be getting a roadmap or something similar soon? Because there were a lot of rumors of that happening sometime in the next few days, and community-driven rumors as always. But can we expect some kind of roadmap or something similar soon?
AJ, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Yes, the answer is yes. We'll kind of be rolling out some of those. I would say our game plan. We'll be rolling out our game plan between now and kickoff. So a lot to come. You'll see sort of a drip of information sort of coming from us.
Great cue. We got Chris N. Chris N, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just going through the work day. Thank you for bringing me up on here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. How you feeling about the news today for all day?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I've been here since basically the beginning. Just collecting, and it's been a great experience.
Awesome, man. Do you have any questions, any burning questions for the squad here?
Yeah, I had a quick question. I know a while ago, All Day mentioned that they wanted to have sealed packs be sellable on the marketplace. Is that something that's still going to be included in the future, or is that going to be pushed later down the line?
Yeah, look, that's definitely something that we're planning for I'd say it will be a little bit more down the line. It's not like a top priority. We just have so much that we need to build still, especially with the season right around the corner. But we haven't forgotten about it. We know that's a key feature. You know, like our packs are NFTs in that regard, so they are sellable, or they have the capability of being sellable. So yeah, definitely on our roadmap. But I would say, given the start of the season, we have some more pressing things that we need to ship first.
Awesome, thank you.
No, for sure. Thank you.
Which of the Dapper Sports platforms is going to be the first to roll out the pack reselling feature? That's the big drama for me, man. That's what I think a lot of people want to know. It's a feature that people want so much.
But if you hold packs to begin with, LG, you're an absolute freak. I don't know how people do it. Like, how can you just be sitting there on packs to even ask
I
that
have
question?
so many Top Shot packs still, and I look at them like almost every day, being like, I should just rip these right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, but I just think about it often. So, Chris, do you hold a lot of packs? Do you have a lot of packs, like rewind packs and stuff?
No, actually, I open all my.
Okay, you open all yours.
He wants to hold them. That's why.
Yeah, or he wants to buy the ones from the old
from
the other drops. Yeah. So yeah, right on. Well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for your question, man. Quad, what's going on? The holder of, I think, 100 Aaron Jones moments.
It's 104 because these people keep like undercutting by $1, and I'm not going to let them do that to Aaron Jones's name. What's good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
There we go.
It's an exciting day here in football land.
How you feeling, man? How you feeling about the announcements?
I'm obviously feeling pretty good about the announcements. I love packs. I'm really interested to see how many people are gonna line up for the pack tomorrow. I think that'll be a good barometer of the amount of people they brought in from the open, beta being open. I think that a lot of us were able to get 2 packs last week in the last closed beta drop, and with 20, I think there were the same 22,000 packs somewhere around there. Maybe 25. And so if we were able to get 2, that means there were probably, 15,000 or less people in line. So it's going to be really interesting. Do we get 40, 50,000 people? That'd be a really good, barometer to look at, how the marketing to the general public has gone so far, which, obviously, I'm pretty on board with their way of attacking that so far. The shows that they're marketing on are the top shows that the football fans watch, and so I'm interested to see how that goes. I do have, I hate to address the elephant in the room, but is holding moments. Maybe AJ or Dave can answer this. Has there been any progress on beer and hot dog discounts in stadium for NFL All Day holders? I know that's been kind of at the tip of the community for a long time, and the prices of beer does not get any cheaper. I mean, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you've been to a game recently, $12, $13, $14. You can pay $15 and you get a beer that fills itself from the bottom. So another $1 for that cool thing. But has there been any movement on that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, really glad that you brought this up because inflation, we can only control so much. Inflation's not one of those, but really excited that you're excited about what's going on here. And I do think, like, especially with some integrations that we have with the Rams and some other teams that hopefully will be coming to light soon, we'll be able to kind of have some in-stadium benefits down the line.
That's awesome to hear. I do actually have more of a serious suggestion for you, as someone who religiously watches NFL Red Zone. One of the coolest things that NFL Red Zone does is that gigantic mashup at the end where they show every single touchdown. Now, obviously, you can't do that like every single week because then you're just stealing all the best moments. But it would be really cool if there was maybe 1 week that was a partnership with NFL Red Zone, where that was made into a moment, where every single touchdown was in that moment, that big mashup that they play at the end of day. And so that is just a suggestion I wanted to bring up there, because I think as a football fan that would be a pretty awesome moment to to have, and probably a pretty long moment too.
No, awesome. Love the idea. Appreciate that.
Beauty. Quad, is this going to change your collecting strategy at all?
No, I'm going to keep collecting Packers. But I mean, this year is going to be really interesting, and I think that's the thing that is really cool about all day is we don't know how they're going to reward, right? Like there's so much speculation. I know a lot of people have like a full base set. A lot of people are completing, just like the common moments of the playoff set, right? And so there's so much speculation that I don't know if we've had an announcement yet that has really like defined the way that you should attack collecting on NFL all day. And I think that's probably a good thing right now, is to kind of let the market just flush itself out.
Absolutely, yeah. Very good point. Well, thanks, Quad. Great stuff. Stick around as well for any other commentary. M. Crowell. M. What's up, man? The guy with the alien, the person with the alien PFP.
Well, it kind of piggybacks on the well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I've been listening for probably at least a year. Matter of fact, I think I was introduced to Top Shot by listening to your show, and it came from just studying crypto and Spotify, and it kind of leaked over to you, then the Top Shot. Now I'm here. So basically, you started this, buddy. Thank you,
Dude,
pretty much. Thank you. But
awesome,
anyway,
man. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. And you then are got some kind of OG status there, man. You know how long we've been waiting for this and waiting for the NFL product to kind of develop. So, it's a good day for everybody.
Well, my question is, and it kind of piggybacks on what was just mentioned there. I'm a Cowboys fan, and Jerry World is like it costs the same as a Super Bowl every weekend. So I'm trying to see if there's any team set utility or anything planned down the line for like local fans for that city, that team, or within the city, or within the team or the stadium, or anything like that planned.
Yeah, no, AJ, do you want to tackle that? I think we've had some good conversations about this.
Yeah, I think this is definitely something that we are going to be having this season. We're going to probably release more information about this soon, but I feel very strongly about working with the community to help really bring a lot of this to life. Like I know that the community getting together and hanging out with each other and watching football together would be absolutely amazing. And so I'm going to work with the community to help empower y'all to put on some really cool events. So more details to come, but definitely on our radar.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Which team are you talking about, M. Crowell? Like which team do you want to see?
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan, so like I said,
it's Cowboys.
Jerry World is the same price as the Super Bowl every time we show up. So it'd be good to have some utility for the Cowboys game for holding the team set for the Cowboys.
Nice, man. Well, yeah, like these guys are saying, I think the team at All Day hears that, and obviously a lot more to come, man. So it's very exciting. Are you M. Crowell? You have a similar collecting strategy to Quad here, where you're just collecting your team? Quad's just buying Packers moments. So are you all Cowboys right now?
No, I started off at all Cowboys, then I kind of recalibrated. I kind of some Top Shot that you get the most bang for your buck just going rares with all the challenges that are coming out. So I if it's a common, I try to stay with the main players and the debuts. But I'm starting to leak into getting the top players that are skill position right now as far as rares, like the sets, like lunch code and move chains, things of that nature. I'm just trying to go more sets right now. I'm building sets.
Okay. Yeah. Smart. Okay. Very good, man. Well, right on, dude. Yeah. Thank you for your question. Any other questions from the folks that are up on the stage right now? Stone Cold, Papa. Anything else you guys want to know? Oh, All Day. Pole's dad. Oh, nope. Thought we had something there.
I don't know. We got to get these Cowboys fans some utility because Cowboys fans need
Hey,
something,
I
man.
got a question though. If nobody has a question, I want to ask a question. What do you think about the strategy of one of the things I look at? I look at the number of moments a player has. Like if a player only has one moment, that's a rare. I know I want to have that. For instance, like Dalvin Cook. Right now he has one rare moment, and I picked that one up at like 110, I think, and I think it's like 180 right now. I don't know if his comment is coming out, if he's going to have an epic or iconic. But like I said, we're close to the end, so he may only have two in Series 1.
Yeah, I know I joined a little bit late, but that brings us to a great question that maybe Dave and AJ can answer. I know they've already put out that a player won't have more than one moment per tier, but like you said, we are coming close to the end, or what we all think is the end of Series 1. So, AJ and Dave, is there anything you guys can tell us about, are we close to the end of Series 1? Like how many potential moments of Series 1 are still left? Things of that nature.
You missed it, Quad. They did answer that right before you jumped on.
Well, there you
go.
Go
ahead and do it again.
Yeah,
they
I'd love to hear it again.
Yeah, no, we're
thanks, guys.
We're definitely nearing the end of Series 1. There is a little bit more of a story to be written. So, stay tuned. We haven't finished, but I think you guys will be really excited about what we have coming up.
Hey, LG, I wanted to shout out my fellow Cowboy fan. Love it, my man. Do you go to games at the stadium ever? Me and my wife try to go once a year. We missed last year.
I found it to be more fun to just tailgate, and that's what I do. It's an all-day affair. You just go tailgate. We got DJs, we got TVs out there. They got bars, you got liquor, there's barbecuing. It's just right there in the parking lot, man. And you have the other fans coming around. Your fans are there. It's just a great time, man. And we're just sitting down watching the game. Most people have big screens out there, TVs, and it's just, you don't even have to go in. That's what I do. I mean, it's more fun to watch it on TV for me.
The atmosphere was so electric, we didn't even want to go into the stadium. Me and my wife were going nuts. It was a full-on mariachi on one side of the stadium, but we were just dancing our butts off. It was awesome.
Yeah. Every time. Win, lose, or draw, we there.
Speaking of tailgating, this is Jax West. I've been pushing this in the Discord for a while. How would you feel, Em, about having an all-day booth and helping promote the program while you're at the games?
Are you asking the other guys on the panel right now, or are you asking Dave and AJ?
I'm asking AJ. That's something I've been pushing for a little bit. I just think it'd be great. You got 17 weeks of football. You got how many teams, home teams? Set up like a booth, have a giveaway. I posted details in the Discord, but
tailgating, all day tailgating.
Yeah, actually, that post in Discord, I know you've actually posted it a while back as well, has definitely been circulated around our team. And that's sort of what I was talking about earlier with like empowering the community to like host meetups and things like that. I think things like that will be coming kind of similarly down the line. So don't you worry. We hear you. We love it.
Awesome. Pumped. Okay, I guess I might have missed this. I jumped in a little late, but with season 1 coming to an end, I think we're all a little distracted with the open beta, but how about that burn that we were talking about for season 1? Is that the next big surprise for those common moments?
I think we got a few things up our sleeve. I think we haven't forgotten about burning at all. Definitely top of mind. So, stay tuned.
Love it. Thanks. I'm loving today. I'm loving this whole week.
Burning is very near and dear to my heart as well, Dave. So whenever that happens, we're ready. We're ready for spaces or whatever it is. Okay, just saying. It's very exciting. Burning moments. I mean, some people don't like it. Any kind of gamification like that, I'm always down.
Yeah, there was another Dapper product that I was actually the king of burning on. So I'm like really ready to burn moments. Like really ready.
Quad, would you burn some of your Aaron Jones for a better Aaron Jones?
No, that's a great question. That was actually something that like popped in my head like 30 seconds ago when you started talking about burning. Was like, would I? And I think if it gets me like an exclusive moment, yes, I would burn some, but probably not all, because then the other moment becomes more scarce as well. So I love things that make you make decisions and make you make analysis of like what the best path is, and the best path for me may not be the same as the best path for someone else. And the best path of burning may not be the same if you're trying to like be top on a leaderboard. And so I think there's a ton of different dynamics that can come into play when it comes to burning for more rarity or for certain perks.
Yeah, absolutely. I do love that choice making, right? So that's a huge part of it. So sounds like we may have some choices to make sometime soon. So who knows?
It's something as a traditional collector that we don't get very often. Like when you collect normal, normal, quote unquote, sorry for that gives a negative connotation of what we do, but when you collect traditional collectibles, there's never really like a destroy this to get this cool exclusive or anything like that. You know, you kind of pull an exclusive card, you get it graded, and you sell it. You know, there's not much of that choice to make. So I think that's one thing where the digital collectibles actually bring that extra layer of involvement with the collector is you can actually get in and like interact with your collection in that way as well, whether it's you know, burning or things of that nature.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, well said, man. I think we're going to wrap up here, or we'll let Dave and AJ get back to it. AJ clearly has a bender to continue on to keep going literally all day into all night. Phil, I bring back to Phil, who I think went off on a mission at work, but has now returned. Phil, any other thoughts? Anything else you want to ask these guys, or anything else you want to share?
Yeah, I actually, if you want to talk about that, Jay, real quick, I got a call saying someone's waiting for you in the lobby. I'm like, hold on a second. Nobody ever shows up at my workplace saying I'm waiting for me in the lobby. So to get that call, I'm like, okay, why does this have to happen while I'm on Spaces? But let's go see what it is. It's all good. It's just a quick visit. I, I want to go back to the in-game experience because LG, when we first heard of NFL All Day, I actually had kind of a vision of how things might work for an NFL NFT. Um, that's a bit different and hasn't been done just yet. We saw a glimpse of it with the NBA Summer League, where people were able to go to the booth and get an NFT that only people who show up at the booth get to claim, right? And I had brought up what I would love to see, and I just want to put it out there since a few people have talked about in-game experience. I would love the ability, and this doesn't have to be for every NFL game. It can be for one designated game every week where in the stadium there is an NFL all day booth. And if you go there with your current account or you open an account at that booth, you will get an exclusive NFT from a play from that game that only you can get, right? And the only way other people will be able to get that play from that player, it could be the best play of the entire game, will be to grab it from the marketplace. And I think that'll just boost kind of the in-game experience. And I think you'd have a ton of people intrigued by it, saying, "Hey, what is that booth? What's going on there? Oh, I can get some sort of memorable moment. They may not even know what an NFT is, but I can get like I'll keep going back to the Justin Tucker record-breaking kick last year. If I'm leaving that stadium, and I've scanned my account, I want that moment so bad. And I want to be the only one who owns it, for being in attendance. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but I think the possibilities are endless. I know there might be some loopholes to go through to make something like that happen, but that was always my vision of going to, a Bills game, hitting up the booth, and then when I leave there the next day, I've got an NFT or a moment from that game, the best play of the game from a certain player, or it could be some sort of mashup or whatever it is. But I absolutely love that kind of idea. So yeah, I love reading all these ideas of what people kind of see happening with NFL All Day in terms of in-game experience. And I think the team is definitely has shown that they listen and they take into consideration what people say. Right? I mean, look at this morning in the Discord. Can we have gifts for 2 hours? Guess what? 2 seconds later, all right, gifts are open for 2 hours. Go nuts, right? So you love to see it, man. I compared that to allowing like felons out for a couple hours in the wild. I don't know if that's a good idea, but they'll never come back and it'll be pure chaos. But yeah, that's kind of my vision. Really exciting times. I know tomorrow the return of cold brew for us is going to be huge because we were doing cold brew there for a while where you would join the queue and it's like, okay, everyone gets a pack in here. And I don't think that'll be the case tomorrow. Right. So we're bringing that back and man, we're getting close here. I don't know the exact days until that Rams and Bills game to open the season, but we're getting close.
It's getting real close because I think it's on the 8th, right? Is that it?
If that's the Thursday that week, yes.
Yeah, so it's 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks today. We're 3 weeks from opening day.
Yes, it is. That's on the Thursday night to open the season. And, man, I don't know. I'm trying not to get too excited. There's still 3 weeks of summer left to enjoy here before we get into full football season.
It's okay, man. It's a great way to end the summer. So we'll be back. Just to confirm that, we'll be back on Spaces tomorrow. The drop is at 11 Pacific, 2 Eastern. We'll be on a little bit before that. So get your cold brew. Or I think we'll put a call out in the morning, Phil. We want to see the cold brews or whatever it is you're having. It's the end of the summer, so still a good time to get yourself a nice cold coffee or whatever it is you need. So we'll be back then. Dave, AJ, before we let you guys go, any other comments, anything else you guys want to share on this very exciting day for you?
No, just thanks so much for having us on. Really just massive day that we're all super excited that's finally here and to share with you all. We're really excited for the season. There's so much more work to be done. So know that. Really appreciate everyone's excitement, but also their understanding as we kind of go through this journey together. You know, we're building a product with you. And so there's going to be some bumps in the road, but we're also really kind of trying to innovate at the same time. And sometimes, you know, you need to break some eggs to make an omelet to get there. So really appreciate everyone's help, everyone's energy. Make sure to show up to the pack drop tomorrow, 2 p.m. Tom Brady's first legendary moment to ever enter NFL All Day will be there. Just really excited for this day, and thank you all.
Thank you, Dave. And thank you, AJ.
I'm just going to say ditto to everything Dave said. Thank you all.
Beauty.
And thank you to everyone who tuned in. For some of you, even those in Hawaii, I don't even know what time it is in Hawaii. It's got to be like middle of the night in Hawaii. But thank you to everyone who tuned in for a 6:30 a.m. Spaces on the West Coast. That's pretty hardcore. I'll tell you that. Not that hardcore, but it's still hardcore.
What is it? Thank you. Why not? Hey, well done, LG. Like you're barely alive this morning and decide to do Spaces. What about that? Where's that?
LG, you were up way before.
Tuning in. It's easy to tune in. You just roll over in bed and turn on your Twitter, man. I had to get a coffee going and just pump myself up and be ready for this, man. Come on. Where's I don't get anything.
All right. Wow. Well done, LG.
Disgrace.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks,
all right, Dave, AJ. Thank you, guys. We're going to continue on for a little bit, but thank you, All Day team, for hanging out with us. Excited for tomorrow and everything to come.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
We're going to stay on for just a little bit here. We did want to get Justin up from Own the Moment, who's here to tell us a little bit about Rumble, because obviously, a lot of people here ready to play some DFS, ready to play some fantasy, and these guys have been building an excellent product for that. We don't know exactly what the All Day team has up their sleeve. Who knows if there's going to be flash challenges or something like that, but we do know the boys over at OTM been preparing something for the season. Justin, what's up, man?
LG, Phil, how's it going? First off, AJ, Dave,
they're gone.
Congrats on the big day.
They're gone. They left.
I know. But I'm still going to say congrats on the big day to them. I don't know. Maybe they're still listening. Who knows? But much congrats to them and the entire team. They put so much effort into all of this. Fantastic to see this launch.
Mm-hmm. It is really exciting, man. Yeah, it is. It's a day I think we've been waiting for. At least developments have been waiting for, and things like the rollout seems to be smooth, at least in terms of the the roadmap and the way they're doing things seems very purposeful as well. So it's been exciting. How are you guys doing over at On the Moment, preparing for the season?
We're doing well, but it is crazy. It is, right in the thick of things. Yeah, I think 22 days until start of the season, so just 3 weeks away. With NFL going, obviously in the middle of preseason, we'll have Rumble beta for not this upcoming, but the final preseason weekend, and then once that NFL year starts, like it's craziness, but we're pumped.
How is Rumble going to work, man? I already know, but maybe just recap it for us. In terms of how people can participate or what you guys are anticipating.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, at a high level, our goal here, what we're doing is we're adding utility to all these all-day moments by letting you put them to work for you. So it's a weekly free-to-enter competition where you're taking your all-day moments from your collection and you're competing in contests each week for prizes. So you create that Rumble roster, and based off who you have in your Rumble roster and how they perform on the field that weekend, that's how you score points. Top points wins top prizes. And I'm not sure. I don't know if some people probably saw, but we announced the actual prize pools, the weekly prize pools each week. So $10,000 of Dapper balance each week. It's going to be fun.
Nice. That's not bad. 10K a week going out there. How's that going to be split up? Like how many accounts can win?
Yeah. So it is $1,500 up top, and then we're paying out top 300. So definitely wanted to get like a nice number at the top to really, hey, be that carrot. But then also, similar to what we've done with the owners clubs, we love paying out more people. More people win. That's just more fun for everyone. So finish in the top 300 and make something, and come back for next week.
Dude, beauty, man, beauty. Well, that's awesome, man. Congrats on you guys. Congrats rolling out another great fantasy product. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun with Owners Club last year. I know I did, and very excited for you guys. Anything else coming up at OTM you want to share?
So the big thing I would just say is overall, everything's going great. With the Rumble, I did want to mention one thing because you guys had that Mahomes kind of conversation. I did see a little chatter around it. But that Mahomes moment will not be able to be played in Rumble. Obviously, don't want to rug the people who were collecting Mahomes in advance to try to, improve their lineup, and then this free one comes out. But we did look, and it's a separate contract. It's a bit of a different moment. So no concerns there. But obviously, that will not be able to be played, but no, everything else, keep an eye out. We just launched Rumble HQ last night as well, so I saw someone was talking about, their collecting strategy being, hey, I only want to take a look at the ones that players don't have that many moments. Well, this will make it very easy to see how many commons each player has, what it would cost to get their rare or legendary. So basically, if you were building a platform specifically around Rumble, what would you want to optimize around kind of, hey, projections for that player for the week, accessibility of their moments, all that good stuff.
Beauty, man. Well, that's very exciting, and thanks for clarifying the Mahomes. Yeah, maybe some people are going to try and stack that one, but good. Yeah, good idea to not fully rug the folks who've been collecting it to play with it. So that's great.
I have a question, actually. This is a very important question. Will Canadians be able to play Rumble? Are there any provincial restrictions? Because I don't know if you know, Justin, recently, in Ontario, we've been playing DFS for years. But when the sports books decided we're allowed to move into Ontario, which was in the last couple of months, the agreement with the province was that nobody in Ontario would be allowed to play DFS on any platform ever again. So I think or not ever again until they kind of, I guess, allow it back. But that was like devastating for people here, for all sports. So will there be any restrictions for you guys in terms of states, provinces, countries? I remember when Top Shot announced that like people in Belgium and France wouldn't be allowed to buy packs, and there was outrage from there for whatever reason. Will there be any restrictions for the game in terms of where you live or location wise?
Yeah, so Phil, trust me, I know your pain all too well. I was up in Muskoka a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to do some best ball, and found out that you cannot do it up in Ontario because of the new restrictions. So that was pain. But no, this isn't DFS. There's no payment to enter. So as long as you can have a Dapper wallet, then you can collect moments, then you're able to play in our game.
So good, man. You're going to have everyone from Ontario and other restricted places playing this as their only option this NFL season. Seriously. Right? So.
I mean, and I'm not even kidding. Like when we were waking up this morning and seeing the Rappaport tweet, seeing the different articles that Feldman was involved in, seeing the Mahomes, seeing the Chad Ochocinco, like the amount of hype in just this one day, and like you can feel it. And I mean, I loved it. Like, Dave mentioned it on the spaces earlier today about the shoes example. We're walking by the store, and I think he did that in a quote in another article as well. But like, it is a clear, conscious thing that hey, they've had the opportunity to learn from some of the other challenges in this space, And, they've set out to actually ensure that, hey, this is a collector first platform, or at least that's the feeling that we are getting, and I'm fully supportive of it. So we are extremely hyped, for Rumble, but not just for Rumble, for everything that's going on with the, all day and larger Dapper Labs products right now. Things are hyping. It's fun.
I know. It feels like Woodstock 99 out here, baby. They're just Fred Durst up there getting us going, baby.
Imagine a Woodstock NFT you still had in your wallet.
Let's go.
I want to see some POAPs from people who were there for the Limp Bizkit performance on the Saturday night at Woodstock '99.
My uncle was there, bro. He said it was the craziest thing he's ever been a part of. I was such a Bizkit fan back in the day too.
All right, well let's get Dave back up here and tell him that if there's going to be an all-day conference like there was one for Top Shot, we need Limp Bizkit performing.
Oh my God, let's make it happen.
Or we need LG performing based on his performance in New York at the karaoke place.
Yeah,
what was it, Papa Roach?
To tell people it's Limp Bizkit, but it'll just be me. I'll come out. I'll sing some Fred Durst.
It'd be like seeing Antonio Brown at Red Rocks, right? I mean,
wow.
Oh my God, what a show!
Beauty. Awesome. Well, Justin, thanks for telling us a little bit more about Rumble, man. I think we can cap it there. Any other thoughts from the folks that are up right now, guys? Anything else you guys want to share? Any other projections? Any other, I don't know, anything burning on your mind?
Stock up on your Lamar Jacksons. That's all I got. They're below $100. That's a debut. Lamar, let's swoop them up.
Nice.
Stone Cold, when people say that means they're selling a lot of them. Are you selling any right now?
No, I went and picked up another this morning because it's going to jump. I mean, that's his debut, and it's Lamar. There's a lot of Lamar Jackson lovers out there.
Do we know the price for the packs tomorrow? I forgot to ask that.
$59.
$59. Okay, so pretty standard with what they've had. Let's do quick predictions for people in the line tomorrow. I know we always run out of time for that when we do our spaces. LG, what are you thinking for tomorrow? Quick early prediction that you can change sometime before tomorrow's space.
Highest Q spot in the line?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 60,000.
Oh,
nice. I think that would be a huge W if it gets to 60. Based on how many were in the line last time? I know it's the opposite. Okay, all right, 60 would be a huge W. Stone Cold, what's your prediction?
44.5.
44.5. This is not The Price is Right. You don't have to say like 61.
Yeah, I know. That ain't no guess. That ain't no guess. That's what it's going to be.
No undercutting and things like that. Okay, cool. Quad, what do you got, man?
I'm going to cut you guys in half.
Oh.
I'm going to go right at like 50, 51.
Wow.
Okay, that's not too bad. That'd still be a W. If you ask me, 50, 51 is still a W.
What? Quick question.
Oh.
At the beginning of all day closed beta, right? I feel like there was a pack drop that was probably close to 45,000.
Mm-hmm.
So using that as a barometer, it'll be interesting to see who shows up, because if those people were to come back, right? Like, let's say this marketing push also brought old users back, right? What could it potentially look like? Tomorrow's a really good barometer for what's going on. I'm cautiously optimistic is the way I put it with most Dapper products these days. But I do like what the team's doing so far. And I think if they just keep, scarcity number one and keep everything else in mind, this product could grow to where we got those 100,000 Qs again.
Okay. All right. Justin, I wanted to hear Papa and Justin just give their predictions. You guys think we're going to hit 60,000 tomorrow?
I think 60 would be amazing, but 4xing what we had last week, I think is going to be a little tough. I'll withhold an actual projection, but I will say the OTM analytics site is seeing substantial increases in traffic. you can tell there's excitement.
No. You don't get to come on here and withhold a prediction, okay? That's not how this works.
All right, here we go. 42,069.
Whoa!
Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
That
for me,
queue's
I'm
going to
not.
be nuts tomorrow. Oh my God.
I'm
I
not
can't even
really
imagine
sure. I
how
just
long that
know
queue
that
is going to last.
I'm
Go
gonna try
ahead,
to get
Papa.
in early. Hopefully, if I do get a good spot, I'll stick in. But yeah, I'm kind of around to like 30, 40K. I do think with this being like public and everyone just like I don't know. I just think that whole FOMO aspect of people thinking about Top Shot, like, hey, these are gonna be like the first ones, like coming up for public beta. So yeah, I just feel like overall a lot of people are gonna show up. It was kind of the same thing with Top Shot. Once everything was allowed public, like it's more interest. Like we just saw Patrick Mahomes promo, so I think that's going to get a lot of people's attention. I think a lot of people just show up just to have something, and I think with the season approaching, and with fantasy football, with the preseason, I just think is more hype than ever. So yeah, I think we'll get a substantial amount of people in.
I agree. I don't know. Did I get Rug? Anybody else here?
No,
LG,
I'm here.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to talk.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that. But I mean, 22,000 packs. How many packs were there last week, LG? I can't remember the number.
I think it was around the same amount.
Okay. So for those who have never participated in a pack drop, which is almost nobody, but there will be new users. You'll have the opportunity to join the waiting room maybe half an hour before the pack drop. So maybe 1 p.m. Eastern and beyond, you'll have the opportunity to do that. Once you're in there, you wait for the timer to expire. When the timer hits 0, you will be automatically placed in the queue where you will be assigned a number and have an idea of where you are in line and if you'll be getting a pack or not. Pretty much. Really simple stuff.
There you go.
It's not the old days of, hey, we're live. Smash the buy button 100 times and the website crashes over and over again and you refresh for hours until you get a buy page. I mean, we had fun in those days, but now it's a lot more organized. And I think these packs, you're getting a shot at a Tom Brady legendary tomorrow. Think about that. That'll be like the holy grail moment on the platform for sure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how many are there, LG? How many?
There's only 29, I think.
Oh my God.
29.
I can't wait to see who gets these. I can't wait.
Think about that, dude. A life-changing moment dropping tomorrow. Like,
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's definitely going to change things a little bit if you land one.
I need to win that moment to fill the gap from him leaving the Patriots.
And so I do have a question. Outside of just kind of like, and this is more so towards strategy, what moments are you guys trying to pick up? Is it debuts? Is it rares? Kind of what's your strategy kind of going into the year?
I've got one note that I think people should really be paying attention if you're going to be playing Rumble to that Thursday wrinkle. And so just to make sure people understand, the Thursday wrinkle is lock each week, except for I think maybe like the Christmas week where it's crazy, is going to be Sunday at 1 o'clock. And so any games that already happened, which are going to be the Thursday night games and occasionally some of the early London games, you can play those players in your Rumble roster, already knowing how they did. So, for example, when we saw also the Owners Club last year, I think there was 1 week that it was CJ Uzoma ended up having like 2 touchdowns, big plays for the Bengals. And the marketplace went crazy as people hurried up and tried to grab that player, that card, so they could play it in their lineup. So I think it's going to be really interesting, and we're going to see a lot of marketplace movement. But if you're trying to get ahead of the game, keep an eye out for those Thursday night games.
That was something that was never really prevalent in NFL or in NBA Top Shot because fantasy isn't as big of a factor on it. I know we are all wondering, like, if someone has a huge game, will their moment go up? And it just never happened. But like here, that Thursday night is a serious thing. You could see some base moments that are $4 or $5 tight ends that, like you said, have a crazy week, and you're going to guarantee yourself 30 points at the tight end spot. Those are going to go for 30, 40 bucks pretty easily, a nice 5-10x.
Yeah, and if you guys want to know who has the most Thursday night games, it's the Buffalo Bills, and that's a cheap moment. So there you go, Papa. A little advice.
Yeah, the Bills, I know this well. The Bills went like 20 years without being on Monday Night Football back in the day. And I went to the first Monday Night Football game in years in Buffalo. I forgot what year it was. And it was against Cowboys. And the Bills were up by like 20 or 30 and actually lost on the Nick Folk field goal at the end of regulation.
Oh, yes.
But yeah. Yeah, I know
Robo,
you
baby.
remember that
Robo,
one.
baby.
Brutal. Brutal.
Yeah, those were the Romo days. But what a
I
game
went
to be
nuts
at.
that night.
I am getting a few messages actually. And LG, we might as well discuss this real quick since this is going to be a pretty big onboarding opportunity for a lot of NFL fans. Going back to the price point of the packs tomorrow, do we think it's too much, $59, to attract new users and be like, hey, you're going to spend $59 tomorrow on these packs? Do we think that'll scare a few people away, or are they kind of okay with that in terms of how people spend their money?
I mean, that's a really good question because it's also about the kind of message you want to send to new people, right? And it's like we were saying, it's like some of the most exciting Top Shot days are when it was hard to get a pack, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And that like the FOMO of seeing other people get packs and also seeing other people get like Brady legendaries actually might be something that makes you want to spend more on the platform or get more involved versus opening like a couple packs and they all suck. You know what I mean? So it's like I think it's like interesting. It's really hard to say what that strategy should be like. On the other side, it's like you do want new people to be able to rip a pack because that's super fun, but that doesn't necessarily turn people into like lifetime spenders on the platform, which is like what these guys kind of want, right? So I don't know. It's hard to say. Like even though on the surface we might have an opinion, I think there's more to it than meets the eye. There's probably more than that the data says. So I don't think it's too much given like what's up for grabs. And who knows what other kind of drops we'll see. Because I think, Dave said this isn't the last drop of Series 1, or at least it's not ending here. So that's interesting, right? We might see lower cost stuff, easier access stuff sometime soon. I also like the idea of potentially doing a drop where you're guaranteed to get a moment of a good player, right? So let's say you did like a, Aaron Rodgers focused drop, but where every pack gets a comment of his or something like that, kind of like Strike is doing. That could be something really attractive because then everybody is going to get an Aaron Rodgers that shows up for the pack or something like that, right? I don't know. There's a lot of different directions they could take this. I see both Papa
Hands went up as soon as I asked that
see Papa and Polestat. Papa, go ahead.
Yeah, so my thing with that, I don't think that it's too big of a price point because of the scarcity. Like if we were having, 100K, like yeah, I agree, but a lot of these are 10K. So I think with the scarcity of the moments and kind of what's up for grabs, I think it's kind of a perfect price point, and they're going to continue with this scarcity. I think that they can kind of be the base, and guys know, hey, you're only going to get this with the chance of still getting a rare or legendary. Sometimes it felt like if you weren't in a rare legendary drop on Top Shot, you never get it. So I still like the fact that you're able to get rare and legendary moments from just regular pack drops, and being $60, I think that's kind of perfect.
But you see, what if you're new, Big Nasty, and you don't understand the whole concept of what legendaries are and things like that? Are you still, what if it's your first time and you're being asked, the only thing you know is you're lining up for something and you're being asked to pay $59 US and you don't really know what you're getting or what you're not getting? Does that matter at all? I mean, we know because we've been around forever. We know, right?
Yeah. So I think with that, anybody who's coming on is going to be an NFL fan first. So with that, and like I said, all the stuff going around the NFL as far as fantasy football, as far as all of that, it's kind of like I remember my first time getting an NBA Top Shot pack. Like I didn't know what I was getting. I think my first pack sucked, but it was just the excitement of me getting something. And so although it wasn't what I wanted, it was kind of like players like, okay, I can appreciate that moment. I can appreciate this, and next time I'll try to go again and kind of see what I can get. But yeah, I think anybody who's coming in, I mean, obviously $60, like that, they can go either way. But I think any new fan kind of coming into it is going to start off from the basis of being an NFL fan, just from all of this hype. And so I think, I don't really think that $60 is too much for that. Because if you do get a legendary, then you look down and see how much it's worth. Like you're like, oh, that's $60 is nothing. And if you end up with a debut moment that can hit you for like $30, then you feel like you've done okay. So yeah, I don't think that the $60 is too much. But I also feel that some people may get butthurt if they don't get what they want, and it could deter people from coming back. But I think that's kind of like 50-50 though.
Okay, good points. Bulls, Dad, you had something to say on that?
Yeah, so essentially for me, I feel like as long as the floor with this open beta starts to raise up, we won't have as much discouragement with these $3, $4 moments. I think everybody's thought process is once we get into the regular season, hopefully the floor will rise, and you won't see these $4 moments, and it won't hurt as bad if you do get 3, let's say $6 moments. Also, if all day continues with what they were talking about, or what we did with that wild card weekend burn challenge, just being able to, hey, you got 4 commons and you can burn them, but you also get a dapper credit. It doesn't really hurt as much, especially if you already own some of those moments. So we'll kind of see how it goes from here, but I don't think it's too much. As long as we don't go back to like premium packs and like paying to get that rare and stuff, I think we'll be good with a $59 price point.
Mike Seppi, welcome to the Spaces, man.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. We're talking all day. How you doing?
All day, man. All day. I'm good, man. I'm just listening to you guys. Y'all fucking love you guys' show, man. I learned a lot all day. Top shot too. But what I was gonna say was, how come? This is for AJ. If they're still here, how come there's not that much? I'm a Giants fan, 110%. I don't have no shame in that. I hear a lot of Cowboys fans, they complain like always. But I want to know, when will we get more Giants moments? And will those team NFT moments become? I mean, the team NFTs become actual moments?
Let's see. Is there a lack of Giants moments right now? Are there very few?
It's only 9. No quarterback, and they had the punter.
I mean, Mike, so I think you got to be careful. You're going to set yourself up here for some Giants haters to come in.
Listen, man. I deal with that. I deal with that my whole life. My whole life, I've been dealing with it.
There's not much to show, is what I'm saying. So maybe if things turn around this season, but I will say that Kadarius Toney is pretty nice, and it's still reasonably priced on the marketplace. I like that one. But yeah, I don't know why there's not that many. My only explanation, I know Big Nasty agrees with that for sure, is that there hasn't been much to show, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
and I kind of think that the Jets moments are up there with Giants moments, so I don't know what that means for the Giants.
So my other question is, would you think those team NFT become moments?
I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with those things, right? I mean, there's been a lot of
with
speculation. What I think, Mike, I don't think they'll turn into moments, but what I think, you mean the ones with the ones
that they're like,
stuff,
the Hail Mary,
the X's and O's,
the Hail Mary, the pass,
yeah, maybe they will. My vision of the team NFTs, whether they become moments or not, is that they will be used in things like challenges, right? Maybe team specific challenges where, you'll have to have 5 Giants players in your your display case with a team NFT from the Giants, and then it'll get you some kind of reward. I don't know if they'll change those ones, those team ones, into actual plays. That would be pretty cool though, because they're all specific plays, right, from the history of the Giants. But I don't know what they have planned for those. They can do a lot of stuff, right? There's a lot of possibilities as to what they can do, even years from now with those things. So, but my vision is still that they'll be used in challenges, and it's one of the reasons I kept my LA Rams ring. I got just the basic one, and I said, well, what's the point of keeping this? Are these going to be worth anything? Or are they going to be, useful for anything? And a lot of people are saying they'll probably be required in a challenge at some point to, to earn a reward. So you know what? I'll hold on to it for now and see if that's the direction that All Day goes with their challenges. But yeah, I think who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with those?
All right, guys. I love you guys, man. Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Mike.
appreciate it, Mike. Hopefully we get to see more Giants moments. Hopefully they start winning games, man, and then we'll see a lot more of them on the platform, right?
Ah, man. All right. No problem.
Have a good one, Mike.
Jesse, what's up,
Hey,
man?
great show. I love it to death. Hey, I have a question on Rumble. The way I read it, the DST, if you use your kicker, you not only get the kicker's points, but you get all the defensive points for fumbles, interceptions, sacks. And if that's the case, there's only 7 punters, and 2 of them are rares. So, not punters, but kickers, excuse me. So the kicker not only gets the field goals, he gets the defensive scores. Am I correct on that, or am I reading that wrong?
You know, Justin's gone, so I'm not sure.
I think Stone Cold knows it well. Stone Cold could probably answer this. Stone Cold, you still there, man? Because Stone Cold is all over Rumble. I know he knows the ins and outs of Rumble like nobody else. Stone Cold, you still there, man? I think Stone Cold didn't expect to speak again, so he probably just left us on.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. It's a great question, and I don't know. I guess Justin just bailed, thought we were done talking Rumble, but he didn't think he'd have any questions. But yeah, I don't know. That's a great question, Jesse. I actually don't know the answer to that. That'll be something that they'll have to clarify as we get closer, and and if we can find one, someone who's familiar with that, we'll bring him up. But I don't know.
Well, if you read the blog, it says if you read the blog word for word, it says that the kicker not only gets the field goal, but gets all the points, and that includes sacks, fumbles, interceptions, touchdown run backs, everything. That's how I read it. So that means if you only got 7 kickers out there, and 5 of them are commons, and most of them are like I think $5 or $7, and they're going to be getting more points than any other DST's person that you're putting in there. I think they're the best deal out there if that's the case, because you're going to be able to get a kicker to get more points than anybody else on the DST. That's how I look at it. And
That's an interesting wrinkle, man. Yeah, I don't know what. I wish Justin was still here so we could ask him, but
the 3 kickers that are there, one of them from Kansas City, one from Denver, and the other one's from Cincinnati. And the other ones are two rares, and the other 2 people, I forget who they are. Are nobodies. So if you collected the 3 from Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Denver, and they're all real cheap, you're going to make out like a bandit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll leave you alone. I love the show. Thank you for letting me talk, and I hope I get my question answered at some point.
I'm even thinking that just even from the All Day, if the All Day does any of their own fantasy stuff or flash challenges or anything like that, they're going to run into the same issue, right? Where there isn't a kicker for every team. So yeah, that's interesting, man. I'm not sure. I just messaged Justin, see if we can get him back up here to answer the question. But yeah, we'll try and get you something soon, Jesse. Great question. Okay. I think we'll bring one more person up, and then we could probably wrap this up because we've been on for almost 2 hours, Phil. It's been an epic morning. Vikes fan 4.
Hey,
What's
LG,
up?
how you doing?
Good, man. How you
I'm
feeling
doing
today?
good. Hey, specific to that last conversation about Rumble, that's not how it works. I just looked over the rules this morning. So any non-skill position player moment can go into that DST slot, and they all score the same. So if you think, and there's a bonus, I believe it's 3 points, if that DST position, if that team wins. So if you think the Ravens are going to have a huge night, you could put a Ravens offensive lineman, defensive player, kicker, tucker, whatever it is, into that DST slot. They all score the same based on normal kind of DST scoring rules, points for sacks, turnovers, all that. And then if the Ravens win, you get a 3-point bonus as well.
Got it.
That's
okay.
it.
Jesse, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. I still think you need to look at the blog because it actually says that the kicker gets his points and everybody else's points.
No, the kicker still counts for. In fact, I don't think not for Rumble. I mean, I don't know what All Day is going to do, but it's kind of the same scoring system as the Owners Club used last year for the defensive slot. Except this year in Rumble, any moment can go in that non-skill player moment for that team can go into that slot.
I understand that, but like if you look at the scoring and look at the blog and take a look at it, and then let me know what you think.
Will do.
All right, Coop's coming up. Coop's coming up from OTM.
He should know.
He's gonna clarify. Like he's turned into the OTM.
Here we go. Ding, 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 ding.
Here he goes. Here he comes. All right, Coop, tell us what it is. Give us the answer.
Hey guys, Vikes fan is spot on. So it won't be the DST Plus. Any kind of non-skill moment can be put into that DST Plus position, and it will score the standard or the normal defensive scoring that is assigned in the Rumble points. So every moment would score the same. So if you put a kicker in there, it would score the same as if you put the actual defensive player from that team, with the caveat that the team from the metadata of the moment that you put in there, they will get the win bonus if they do in fact win the game that week. So the way Vikes fan explained it is exactly how the DST Plus position works. And I know it's a little bit nuanced, and we're continuing to try to create some clarifying language to make sure that that's clear in the UI of the application. That will also be quite clear. We're trying to figure out all of the UIs and trying to make it as clear as possible when you're entering your Rumble roster. But yeah, Vikes fan said it very well there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No worries. We've had multiple questions on this, so completely understand the nuance of that position. And I guess as we think about it, it really was designed to kind of be that catch-all for now, with the concept of trying to keep it as simple as possible for this initial rollout. We've had a lot of questions on can we eventually do something like IDP and many of things like that. For now, it's going to be as simple as we can possibly make it, so that we can kind of drive mass adoption. And then after that, there's all kinds of different nuances and wrinkles that we could create for sure.
Thank you, Coop.
Thanks for bumping me up, LG. I didn't actually realize that Justin had to jump off. So thanks for bumping me up.
All good, man. Thanks for clarifying for these guys what the deal is.
Absolutely.
So, all good.
Great spaces.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Exciting day and excited for Rumble as well. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. My main question, last question I'm gonna ask for everybody here. Dave said Series 1 is not done after this. I would assume, or I would, my estimation, or I guess my prediction would be that Series 1 is gonna wrap like when the season starts, right? That it's gonna be like all more moments come out. Everything's out there. The supply they want us to go into the season with is out. And that Series 1 wraps. It's like first day of the season, great. Series 1 is done. Welcome, everybody. Season starts. We're playing fantasy games. We're doing flash challenges. We're doing whatever else, exploring the fandom. My question is, what does Series 2 look like, and when does it start?
I say first week of the new season.
And what is it? What is it? What is it? What's being released?
I say moments from week 1 of the NFL season. So I think there's going to be a pack drop the week after the first week of the season. I think we're going to get a pack drop. And I think there's going to be some kind of challenge where you need some of the top performers from week 1 at every position slot to complete the challenge, right? So if the top QB was Baker Mayfield, somehow, if he starts against his old team and puts up like career numbers, Baker Mayfield will have to be slotted into the quarterback position as the, I guess, most passing yards or something like that. And I think he'll be in the drop as well. Do you know what I mean? I think they'll make it simple. They're not going to make it that difficult to have to own something that you had to have from the previous season. I think they'll have a drop where they drop the top moments of the week from week 1 and do a challenge around that to make it easy for everybody, right? They'll do a huge pack drop where everybody has the ability to get one. And then maybe that's the fantasy aspect that Dave was hinting at a long time ago on our spaces, saying that there might be a weekly deal like that. I think that's when Series 2 starts, with week 1 of the NFL season.
Interesting. Okay, we got Dylan. Dylan, I think, just connected. Our resident expert analyst. Or he's trying to connect. Dylan, are you there?
Just wake up. He must have just got up. 100% just woke up. We'll find out.
Dylan's there. He's trying to connect, but it might not be working. No, he's gone. Give him a sec. Anybody else like Coop, Papa, any of the other guys want to comment on the Series 1, Series 2 split off?
I guess my only thing is with the drops, we get them weekly now since we're going into the season, because that's kind of how they were. That's how they were doing it, like kind of at the end of last season. They kind of almost did like a weekly drop. So I don't know if we can look forward to drops every week, or is it going to be like a every 2 week thing, every 3 week thing, like they let them build up and we kind of get releases, or are we going to have like week 1 release, week 2 release, all the way until like week 18 and going into the going into the playoffs. So that's kind of my only question about that.
Yeah. Smurf Diesel is actually telling me right now in DMs that they've said no weekly drops. I actually missed that part. I did not know there would be no weekly drops, which leaves one to assume that they'll probably maybe wait a month and then do a drop from the previous 3 to 4 weeks, right? Possibly, if that's the case, no weekly drops. But things can change real fast, right? It could be a behind the scenes thing where they can't get the moments out quick enough to do a drop the week right after. But that may change. You never know. But apparently that's what the team said, if that helps.
Yeah, no weekly drops would be good. I don't know. I also like there's stuff I want to see that I have no idea if they're doing this or if they would do this, but I do love the idea of a little bit similar to UFC, how they do it in terms of like some kind of highlight of the week or even Candy where it's like an open mint for a highlight of the week or something like that. And it's just 1 or 2 moments per week. So it's something where it's like we can collect the best moments like almost in real time, right? So if there is some kind of amazing game-winning drive or something like that, we can get it like sooner than later. We don't have to wait months for it. I would love something like that. But again, being very conscious of supply, where it's like you might end up, people, let's say Mahomes is having another fantastic season. It's like people are investing in Mahomes, playing him in fantasy, but then he has like a moment of the week or something like that come out, then that would totally screw that up. So Dave has said many times that scarcity matters to them, that they're really leading with that. So that makes me think that Series 2 might be completely different than what we have now. And it's not going to be like an influx of commons of all of that, but who knows? Very hard to say what we might be looking at. Right on. All right, guys. Well, we've been on for about 2 hours, so this has been fantastic spaces. Thanks, guys, for joining. I think we'll wrap it there, and we'll be back on tomorrow for Club Cold Brew. Get your cold brews ready for that pack drop luck. We got a Brady legendary on the line, so yeah, maybe someone's life is going to change tomorrow with a few of those. Also, some other legendaries, other great stuff. Big, very big day for NFL all day. Something that we kind of expected a couple weeks going into the season, but obviously a lot of firepower coming out of there. So. Thanks everybody for joining. Phil D, my co-host, my real brother. Thanks again, man. Thanks for jumping on and for sneaking around your office to make this work.
I had to actually extend the meeting and tell my intern that the meeting has been extended. I won't be able to help him out until a bit later. So yeah. Hopefully he doesn't have Twitter. I keep saying that, but someone will get him up on Twitter and I'll be busted and I'll be happy when it happens. I don't. Cold brew tomorrow, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, Coop, Papa, Vikes fan, everybody else. Thanks for joining, guys.